Hello and welcome to the Gamescast, and welcome to a slightly different video. The reason this video is different is because we're actually in X-Plane. This is the first time I've ever done an X-Plane video, surprisingly. I thought I was going to do one quite a while ago. I used to play this game an awful lot of market. I've got about 120 hours under my belt in X-Plane, a flight time. So I'm not complete novice, but then it's not like FSX where I've had probably one or 2,000 hours under my belt. So I don't know that much about the sim. Apart from it can look really good. This isn't quite the default game. The only thing I think I've installed some HD scenery or HD mesh. It covers like an awfully large part of Europe and the world and stuff. It's actually free. It's by this one guy. It's really very good. Let's have a look at this train go past. Look at the detail. That looks amazing. We should be running about 30 FPS. I am only recording 30 FPS, so it's quite a long train actually. I am only recording FPS, not 60, because I prefer this game to. I prefer to reduce the FPS and get a better looking sim. That's my opinion anyway. We're at London City Airport, as you can probably tell, but it's a little bit difficult to search out. I haven't got any airport scenery. We are literally going to do a VFR flight to wherever I decide to land, if I'm going to be honest with you. There is absolutely I have no plans for this video other than to talk about stuff and what is coming up. I will be releasing this video ASAP, so possibly in the morning, saying I can get it uploaded in time. Right then, let's go. I'm going to put a little bit of throttle. Hopefully it's not too loud. Now, oh my gosh, this plane's quite vibrating. Oh, this plane really wants to pull right. This is wind. You'll notice I'm turning an awful lot. That is all wind. It's extremely well modelled on this game with all the wind stuff. Oh fuck it, we're just gonna have to take off, but first of all let's try and get relatively stable. You can see the plane's actually going to the wind, so in a minute it's gonna stop turning, I suspect, unless I've completely messed up. Yeah, it's stopped turning now. Right then. Fuck it. I need to change my controls quickly, which is fine. That gives me a chance to show you guys. Oh no, it doesn't. Here we go. Null zone. I can set that as center. We don't want to do dead zone. Okay, right then. I'm going to go to the outside view, I think. Here we go. Just to kind of show you guys this sim. It looks amazing. It really does look nice. I do need to change my controls, which I can do for you guys, which is absolutely fine. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to get it so when I turn, this plane's not like going the completely wrong direction, which I'd say is about there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to joystick and equipment. That's now center. So that is what a bit to the right. I'm back to a bit to the right there, like so. How about the center? So now that's currently center. It's a bit of a strange. It's just a little bit annoying. That's all. Right. So now, hopefully, my controls are a bit more central. Which I think they are. I'm not going to tweak it too much because I don't want to bore you guys. So this is X-Plane. Not that I necessarily plan on doing more videos on this. Unless you guys really like it, then I'm more than happy to do it. But I thought something different would be cool. I do so much FSX and so much. It's not hardcore, but I do so much kind of sim stuff. I thought this could be kind of fun because I don't really do X-Plane. I haven't covered it. It's an amazing simulator. Why haven't I covered it, and why don't I play it that much, is possibly what you'll be asking. Well, if I'm going to be honest, it frustrates me, X-Plane, because it has so much potential, but they don't actually exploit it. let me just show you one of my frustrations. I go into the cockpit, and hopefully it's not a complete disaster. Right, so now this is why I love this. It's basically X-Plane's Easy Dock, and it actually works, which is amazing. Now this is built into the sim. You don't need to spend 20 quid on a camera add-on, which I love. However, watch this. Let's say I want to change my altimeter. I can't scroll. If I scroll, it zooms in. I have to physically click, and that really annoys me. I don't like that at all. That would possibly put me off buying the game if I knew it was like that. Now all this wind stuff, you'll notice the plane's turning. This is all wind. It's really, really cool. Now I forgot what controls do that. Let me find out for you guys. If I go to... Here we go. Buttons advanced probably. If I go... keys, here we go. So somewhere will be so there's a really cool graphic. Now I'm not going to spend too much time, but there's a really cool graphic that actually shows you what's happening. I think it's a really cool kind of thing what X-Plane has. It's a kind of just a kind of cool, I guess. I can't actually find it though. Oh well. So it's just a very cool graphic. Let me go outside. Maybe I may have figured out what it could be. What am I pressing? 8. Shift and 8, I think. Okay. So if I push function and F1. Nope. Hopefully I don't like exit the sim by pressing this. By doing this. Shit. Well, obviously one of those buttons was turn off the engine. So there's some really cool camera stuff. Look at that lighting there, it looks phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful stuff. So yeah, so what do I like about this game? I'm not very used to this, guys. I literally launched this game to purely do a recording for you. What do I like about this? Well, let's go closer to the ground, then I can show you. The graphics on this game are fantastic. Let me just show you my graphic options actually. So if you guys want to copy it, you're more than welcome to. If I go to rendering options, here's all my graphics. You can just see what I have. I've got everything on fairly high, but not complete. I haven't completely killed the sim. I've just got everything on fairly high, if I'm going to be honest. You know, it's kind of a YouTuber I watch, and happens to be a friend as well, or kind of friend. Anyway, we talk quite a lot on Steam. Frugal. Now, he showed his X-Plane graphic settings. It's like a tweaking video, and in what I set, what he has. So this looks fairly similar to what he would have. Of course, this is on my new PC. My laptop wouldn't be able to do this. There's a few bugs, like lighting and stuff. They can get a little bit annoying, and there are a few bugs. But it doesn't bother me that much, if I'm going to be honest with you. Just going to go down to the water, so you guys can see what it looks like down here. Let's just have the engines on idle. So I think it was shift and 7. Oh, shift. No, there we go. So here we go. That looks amazing. I think that water is incredible. You should have seen it. I'm sure some of you may have saw the amazing water effects at London City, but they look quite similar. We're just gonna put full flaps on as something. Ooh, for whatever reason, something decides it needs to fall off the shelf. Now this is really cool as well. Now, to be fair, there's not actually any houses in here, which is fine. But look at this. All the cars and all the roads are all modelled. Now, I haven't actually done tests before. Let's go right down to the roads, and you can really see what I mean. Why I think X-Plane is actually pretty cool. So if we slow down quite a bit, you kind of need to go into a more residential area, to be honest. But one thing I found out: traffic lights. This sim has modelled traffic lights in the road, which I think is pretty cool, if I'm going to be honest. I think that is very cool. The fact they have actually modelled traffic lights. I mean, like, that's stupid. I don't know why they've done it, but it's amazing, and I love it. This sim looks amazing. There are some downsides. I'd love to set my cockpit there, but I don't want to because otherwise I'm too low down. It looks really nice, I've got to say. It looks better than FSX in my opinion, but it's not as good a sim as FSX. I don't know where to put X-Plane because I love it, but I hate it. Let's see if there's traffic lights down here. No, I don't think there are. There are street lights and stuff, which is very cool. I love it because there's so much you can do, and it has so much potential that you can. It has all the potential. It looks amazing. They basically got the base to the world's greatest sim, is what they've got here. But then I hate it. You can see with the wind there. You can see how it's moving the aircraft. I've actually got on real world weather. If I go to environment weather, you can see what the wind is currently doing. In fact, should I just set it? Oh, I almost can't be bothered to. But yeah, you can kind of see what the weather's doing here, but I don't actually know how to show the wind. Oh well. You can also set the time, which I'll do. Wow, it's so strange when you see an airplane like going sideways, what this is doing. But it has so much potential. But they've kind of spoiled it because you can't do what there's not enough community. I mean, look at that. I mean, they've got like fucking traffic poles and all that, and look, they've got traffic lights here, I think. Yeah, they've got traffic lights here. All these roads are fairly well modelled, if I'm going to be honest. They're not badly modelled. The cars are a bit buggy, I guess, but then it's a fucking flight simulator, not a driving simulator, so actually, does that matter? No, not really. Most people aren't doing this on X-Plane. Because it's not a sim, it's like an arcade game, but it's just... Anyone who's played X-Plane will know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't do... There's not for modding support, there's no PMDG type planes. I mean, yeah, I think there is Flight Factor 757 or something, but there's no kind of PMDG's type level of quality of plane. There's no... There's just nothing... There's no... I don't know, backing, I guess you could say, because it's just annoying. It really does annoy me, because I mean, imagine this and FSX put together as one sim, or P3D, makes no difference. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be the greatest sim ever? If you had the looks of X-Plane, and you had the flight modelling of X-Plane, and then you had the integration of the flight simulator, like FSX, P3D, a DCS World even. That's an army combat simulator, which you can do that in X-Plane, which is very cool. You can see the cars are going roughly the correct speed. I'm flying over them at about, I don't know, 65-ish miles per hour, or 65 knots was about 70. This is currently a 60 road. That's pretty good. I quite like that. But yeah, this game does have all the potential, but it's not there. It's very frustrating. I'm going to find the airport though. I can do that by going to location, local map, and here we go. Now, I can see here exactly where I've flown. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a left-hand turn onto heading... what heading are we currently? I think we are heading 289 apparently. So yeah, a heading of 180, then a heading of 175? Yeah, 180, because it's this is runway 28, I believe. Is that 28? Yeah, it's runway 28. Let's make a left then. You can see our bearing is down here. Here, ooh, here. Oh crap. Okay, that's fine. That's not the end of the episode. What we're going to do then is, as soon as I explain loads, if I start clicking now, I'll end up freezing the sim. What we do, we cheat a bit, go to local map. You need a decent PC to get it running, like let's say how I have it. You need a half decent computer. My specs, if you're interested, are I've got an... Actually, my processor is pretty bad actually. It's a Pentium. Intel Pentium. It's only got 2 cores. It's overclocked to 4.5. Original clock is 3.8. I've got a GTX 660, 4GB. What else have I got? I got 8GB of RAM. I got a good motherboard as well, but I don't know anything about motherboards. They're my basic specs, so I mean, you know what your specs are if they compare to mine or not. So if your PC, even if it isn't as good as mine, it doesn't really matter. If your PC is better than mine, then that's pretty good. You can really make this game look amazing. I can get it to look nice, but not quite amazing. Here we go, guys. So this is where we're located. Sorry about that. It took quite a while. So you currently can't see the airport. In fact, you can see it. It's actually that piece there, only because I know London City from FSX. So let me just trim the plane a touch. If we go outside, so normally we'd see like O2 Arena and stuff coming up, but I'm not entirely sure how well this is modelled. So yes, we kind of don't. So yeah, if you're a simmer and you're kind of getting into and you want to give it a go, this game's good. I'm gonna kind of, I don't know whether to refer to it as a game or a sim. My friend Marco FD, search him up on YouTube. He actually did some X-Plane videos, and he's far better at showing you kind of what a payware plane is. This is just a default plane, so he's much better at showing you guys what the payware planes can do. He invested a bit of time and money into this game, and his computer's decent as well, so yeah, I highly recommend you check out his channel. He also does lots of F1 stuff, if that's the kind of stuff you're interested in. So you can see all these traffic lights on the ground here. It's pretty cool. Fortunately, I can't really. You can see all these traffic lights and stuff. Some are green, some are red, some are amber. You can just see them changing. I mean, how cool is that, guys? That's incredible. I am also going to show you this game at the night, because oh my god, beautiful. Leave it at that. It looks pretty nice, doesn't it, guys? I think I have got... here we go. You can see here, I've got some sort of cool lighting mod. Oh my gosh, cool. I can actually set some stuff. You can see the airport there, which I'm kind of not going near. So I can... That's a little bit too bright for my liking. That's pretty nice, actually. So yeah, you can see this game. It is a lighting mod, but I mean, it makes the game look amazing, but not. It doesn't do too much to the game. This game just looks. I've got to say, if I take a screenshot now. No, I can't take a screenshot, no. Am I pressing the wrong button? No, I don't think I am. Oh well. If you look at this now, honestly, I wonder how many people would actually say that's not real. If I just showed them that picture there, how many people would say that's not real? It would just be a bit of an interesting thing, because this looks incredibly realistic. You see, this is a London train track there, that's why it looks a bit odd. Even if I go like that, I mean, that you could probably tell is not real. If I go like that though, who's going to tell the difference? I suspect not that many people. Let's get back into the cockpit though and start flying this thing in. So yeah, I've said this game has a potential, but it's not quite there. This game is very fun. I do love this game. I do rate this as I don't know why I rate this. I love this game, but I like FSX more, and I do like P3D, and I do have P3D now on this computer. I have played it, but I still like FSX. That's probably because of all the add-ons. I can't afford to spend money on extra add-ons for P3D, and I've got them for FSX. A fraction of them work, like EasyDock, FSU IPC, and a couple of payware plays like my Q400 I have. Apart from that, there's not too much I can do, like scenery and stuff. You guys will know I adore my scenery. A lot of it doesn't really work with P3D, or you have to buy some upgrade or something like that, which, and I can't use my PMDG either, which I have now finally got working on this computer. I've got my 737, and I'm hoping to install my 777 fairly soon. I encountered a couple of bugs, but that might have been because I was using a beta of Active Sky Next, which isn't quite working correctly. It started crashing my sim, so that's probably the reason for that not working. You can see a plane in the distance. I zoom into roughly, oh shit. See there is a plane, which is pretty cool. We can see it flying along, like so. Now we're currently on final. Believe it or not, this is actually how pilots kind of approach London City. They actually descend a little bit later. Normally you'd be at 3,000 feet and descending, we were at 2, so yeah. London City, for some of you who have seen this channel before, especially my P3D video I did ages ago on my old laptop, would know I love London City Airport. It is my second favourite airport after Nottingham, East Midlands that is, only because I've flown from there a few times. I also quite like Birmingham, and Heathrow's nice. It's a bit big though, but a little bit too complex for me. I prefer the easier airports to navigate, which is possibly partly why I love this airport so much. You can see the wind dragging us right a bit, which is fine, doesn't make any difference really. I'm going to be releasing some Project Cars videos as well. I ended up buying it on the PC after pre-ordering it on the PS4. I couldn't bear not having it on the PC, so I actually cancelled that order. And I've got it on PC, so I can't wait. It's actually downloading now, but my internet's actually completely gone. I'm using my mobile internet. Some of you will know that I use my mobile internet quite a lot, but at the moment I'm limited to only 50 kilobytes a second until 12 AM or 00.00 if you want to put it like that, because 12 AM some people get confused with 12 AM PM being like the afternoon, 12 AM being morning, like early morning. So we've got full flaps. We can check that, of course, by going outside like so. That's what I love. I just love that about this. You can swap between cameras so quickly, but just by you can map buttons. So let's say I go like that. I pushed Control and 3. I can just swap between those cameras ultra quick. Very cool. Anyway, we're gonna continue to slow down. This is not the best approach, guys. I apologise. I'm really not giving a crap about really any kind of landing stuff. Oh, this sim, but oh my god, it looks wow. I'm amazed how good it looks actually. This is the first time since I've installed on this PC where I've actually been able to give it a little bit of a run. It seemed to get a pretty decent FPS as well. In fact, I think I must be running at about 40 or about 35, 40, maybe a bit more, which I'm fairly surprised about actually. Anyway, we're just going to slow down because we don't need to go that fast in approach. See all the cars and stuff. This is where you begin to see actually it's a sim, not a real thing. However, it still looks super realistic. Normally want to land with 2 red lights and 2 white. We're landing with like fuck all basically. It's actually quite difficult as well because of all the wind. You can see how much I'm having to kind of guide the plane. It's really cool actually. I like it. Oh, look at that fucking lighting. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Using a little bit of trim as well. Turning the plane. I don't have any rudder to my advantage. Hey! You don't quite crash. Let's have a look at that replay though. Oh, there we go. We kind of being a bit of a cabbage here. Oh well. I think it's Control and R, but I'm not entirely sure. There we go. Another really cool feature about this. Look at this. Replay mode is amazing. I think if I press 1, I think. I mean, look at this, guys. It just looks amazing, and I love it. You can see, look at that landing. London City isn't one thing I don't like about this is that the airports have like no modelling at all apart from the runway. If I'm going to be honest, yeah, you can kind of see it kind of went wrong as soon as we landed. Oh, brilliant. But yeah. It's a good sim. Would I recommend buying this game? 100% yes. If you want to buy a sim, buy it. If you're thinking about buying FSX, I highly recommend buying FSX or P3D. P3D is a little bit too expensive. My version was £150, but it's I was given it. I won it actually. So yes, I think I've got the professional edition. You can get another edition that isn't professional. Don't ask me what the difference is, guys. I really have no idea. But it is cheaper. But I think it's still an awful lot of money. It's like £80 or something like that. It's very expensive. I would recommend buying FSX on one point. If you want to buy the game and play it, X-Plane is your sim. If you want to buy the game, then possibly invest time and a little bit of money and add-ons, buy FSX 100%. For FSX, what I have installed is Orbex. I think it's extremely important. Orbex Global Vector is what I have. I do have the EU, the Europe as well, but I only have the West installed, I think. I think I only have the West, which is the area I live in, of course, being the UK. I have a ton of airport scenery. I've got a lot of UK ones, a lot of UK 2000 stuff really. You go and check their stuff out. It's fairly cheap as well. What else do I have? I have a PMDG 777. I have other planes as well that I've collected over the years. I've been playing FSX for about 6 years, not professionally at all. I'm now starting to play sims a little bit more for what they are. What else? Yeah, that's kind of what I have really on FSX. X-Plane's more expensive. It's something like £40 or something, or €50, depends where you are. In dollars, it's probably more like $60, $70. But yeah, it's £40, which is expensive, but then you get an extremely good looking sim. I mean, bearing in mind, I've done very little to this simulator to make it look like this, apart from booted up the graphics. That's all I've done. And I've dragged and dropped a couple of bits in. So, by no means have I haven't spent any money on this sim, apart from, of course, a base game. FSX, if you were to say, let's say you have £100, I know it's a lot of money, guys. If you had, let's say, £100 kind of kicking about, I guess you could say, £100, £150, then FSX, you can really put some amazing stuff into it. There's so much stuff. You can just look at FSX best graphic add-ons, or go to Frugal Sim or Bellends, and Bellends is Matt Davis. He's a really good flight sim YouTuber as well. Go to one of their channels and see how they have their sims configured and stuff. See what add-ons they use. For FSXO, a must is an easy dock. You kind of have to buy that to make cameras easier. I'm not going to ramble on for too long, because otherwise I feel like I'm kind of just going to bore you guys if I haven't already. So if you stayed this far, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. If you haven't, then I can completely understand. So this is X-Plane. I've been Hamish. Just kind of, I don't know, this is a bit of a review, a bit of a showcase of my new PC, I guess, with a sim kind of put to its limits. Let me show you what frame rate I'm actually getting at the moment. I think I get, here we go. Click frame rate there. I'm getting 30 FPS on the ground, unless I have VSync enabled, which I may or may not. I do, I'm not sure. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.